moving forward because that's what we do. We are moving into the next space with Dr. Ravin Milton. All right, come on. In this session, she's going to be talking about living healthy and living free. Dr. Ravin Milton, PharmD, a pharmacist, educator, author, and purpose-driven servant leader, is dedicated to healing with purpose and leading with faith. With over 20 years, can we say licensed for a long time? Okay, years of experiences graduating from Xavier University of Louisiana's College of Pharmacy. Dr. Milton has committed her career to making health education practical, accessible, and empowering for all. She is the host of RX Info on the Go and Health Talk in partnership with True Church, where she equips individuals to live healthier lives while strengthening their faith. She is also the author of, let's say, 5 books. Okay. 5 books, including her latest, Health Talk, Prescriptions for Everyday Living, Mental Health Edition. In honor of her late son, Kyron, she founded the Kyron D. Coleman Memorial Foundation, supporting families of children with special needs and providing scholarships for their siblings. Above all, Dr. Milton is a devoted mother, a woman of faith, and a passionate advocate for helping others walk boldly in their purpose. Welcome, Dr. Milton.
All right. How y'all doing?
Great.
Y'all good? Y'all up? You woke? I know coming in after lunch is always a hard spot. So I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna see if we can be a little interactive in the beginning of this. Normally I don't do questions, but the Lord gave me some questions this morning on drive in because he likes to do stuff like that. So first couple of questions I have, do you think you're healthy?
Well,
I got some honest answers. Yes. Okay. Do you think you're free?
Free-ish. Isn't that church?
You know, that says free. They got to show what's the show Black free-ish.
Free-ish.
Right. That's a possibility. So that's really something we need to consider. Really something you need to think about as I'm talking about living healthy and living free. So I will let y'all know a little bit about myself. I am from a very small town in Louisiana called Edgard. It reminds me of Prophet. So, and I live now in a very small town in Texas called King, which reminds me of Prophet as well. So, I feel like I belong.
Okay.
I feel like I can. There you go. I feel like I can help a little bit because this is kind of like home for me. I feel welcome and calm. So healthy. Now we do definitions at my church every time we speak, every time we say something, anything, because you need to understand what you are agreeing to whenever you say a term, whenever you speak it. So let's talk about what healthy means. The freedictionary.com says enjoying good health, functioning well or being sound, conducive to health, indicating soundness of body or mind. But what is unhealthy? If that's healthy, what is unhealthy? Unhealthy is being in a state of ill health, sick, characterized by or symptomatic of ill health, of a risky nature. Are you at risk? It's a good question. To be free, not in prison or confined, unobstructed, clear, unconstrained, not chemically bound in a molecule. That's important for me. Not chemically bound in a molecule, not bound, fastened, or attached in any way. And bound, quite opposite of that, is in bonds or chains, tied with or as if with a rope, restricted, confined, compelled, or obliged to act, behave, or think in a particular way. Now, the whole purpose of mentally free is so that you walk out of here free. So we are aiming that you are not claiming anything in this bound status. So you are not in bonds or chains. You are not tied with or as if with a rope. You are not restricted. You are not confined. You are not compelled or obliged to act, behave, or think in a particular way that might cause you harm in Jesus' name. Let's get that out there and get that straight. All right. So 3 John 1 and 2, because the Lord made me the way that I am. I'm in the medical field, but he brought the whole spiritual part to it as well. Beloved, I pray in every way you may succeed and prosper and be in good health physically, just as I know your soul prospers spiritually. Why is the pharmacist at a mentally free conference? Why the medical portion of it when we're talking about mentally free?
Free from medication, free to let God to control you, free to be controlled by yourself and not medicated.
That's part of it. That's part of it. So
Free to be informed.
free to be informed, free to be informed about choices that you can make concerning your health, because the two tie together. They are hand in hand. If you have anything that is happening with your body, it can affect you mentally. If you have anything that's going on mentally, it can affect the way that you care for your body. So physically free, mentally free go hand in hand. You have to take care of both. It's not a one or the other. And how do we take care of the physical portion? So I'll talk about the physical portion real quick, and then we'll move on to the mentally free portion. So preventative care. Oh, my Black men, I love y'all. Y'all have this really bad habit of not going to the doctor on an annual basis and having checkups. Is the one thing that I wish we would do better. But you cannot address something that you don't know.
True.
That's what those preventative care appointments are for. Those annual appointments are there so that you can have knowledge of what you're dealing with. Now, people are like, oh, I don't like going to the doctor, or, costs too much, or we have to think on the preventative side versus you're going to be proactive and not reactive. So let's take care of ourselves in front of what we have to take care of on the backside. You don't want to sit here and let high blood pressure linger to the point that it becomes dialysis. Because I've seen it happen. I've seen people say, oh, I don't, that's just my pressure going up for a little bit. They eat all the things that they want to eat. They do all the things that they want to do. And then lo and behold, their kidneys start failing and they need to be on dialysis. And that's why they call it a silent killer. Because it pops up. It'll let you live. It'll let you have all the fun you want to have. And then before you know it, you're on dialysis. Dental cleanings. Ooh, I don't like them. But I do them. Every 6 months. We need to have dental cleanings every 6 months. And it's important. Not just so you're not walking around with your mouth. It's important because that bacteria that's in your mouth can get into your bloodstream. Did you know that? That same bacteria that's in your mouth that gets into your bloodstream can actually take your life. Well, a lot of people don't think about that one. They just think, okay, I'll get that part, done later, or I'll take care of this tooth when it starts hurting. But when you're not taking care of your teeth properly, that gives that bacteria more of an opportunity to grow and get into the body. And before you know it, you're dealing with something more than just a bad tooth. So dental cleanings every 6 months. Still talking about preventative care. Pay attention to your body. You know your body better than anybody else. You wake up with you every day. Pay attention to your body. Something feels off, get it checked out. Now listen, there's a lot of people that have at least like one person that's in the medical field in their family, whether it's a pharmacy technician, a pharmacist, a nurse, a CNA, somebody that has some type of medical information at their fingertips. Utilize it. Ask them questions, and if they don't know the answer, ask them to get an answer from someone who can answer. My family does it all the time. I think I'm gonna start billing eventually. One of these days, they're gonna receive a bill in the mail. They'll be all right. And if you have been diagnosed with a chronic disease, now, listen, I'm the first that'll tell you that chronic diseases are not something that I will claim. I'll address it. I will go to my doctor's appointment. I will talk about what we're dealing with. I won't claim it. It's not mine. God didn't give it to me. Am I saying don't take care of yourself? Nope, not at all. Take care of yourself. Do all the things. Take the medicine. Go to the appointments, and pray. Take care of yourself. Take your medicine. Do all the things you're supposed to do. But at the end of the day, that is not yours to keep. It never was. It's not yours to have. So you speak health over yourself every single day.
Yeah.
No matter what you're facing. I go through a couple of things. I get migraines almost every day. I was diagnosed with narcolepsy a few years ago. There's a bunch of things that I've had to endure over time. I have hearing aids in right now, and I'm claiming healing for my ears. Because I know God can,
Right.
and I know He will. So these things are not anything for me to claim. They're something for me to address, but not for me to claim.
Yeah.
They're not. What else can you do? Exercise. Oh, I know we don't like to. We don't like to. 30 minutes though. Give me 30 minutes of like walking, cycling, sprint training, something. Something as vigorous as, well, might not see it as vigorous, but being in your flower bed. Any of y'all ever like got into a flower bed and like planted some stuff, and then when you got done, you're like feeling very sore from top to bottom? That's a workout. That's 30 minutes of exercise that you didn't even know that you were getting. The point is, don't sit down, keep moving. It doesn't have to be anything dramatic. You don't have to go sign up at the gym. You can walk in your neighborhood. You can do a walking video off of YouTube. 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Why are we exercising? Stronger heart, stronger lungs. It improves your muscle strength and tone. It gives you better mobility and flexibility, especially as you're aging. Stronger immune system. The more that you exercise, the more that you get that oxygen in and out of your body, it builds your immune system. It reduces stress and anxiety. There goes your mental plane. It improves focus and memory. And it helps you sleep better. Who all needs better sleep?
Yeah.
I do. Now here, we're gonna talk about this other thing that we don't like to talk about, eating healthy. We all like good food. Oh, I'm from Louisiana, y'all. I love my gumbo. I love my seafood. Oh, I love all the things that we put rice over. We put everything with rice. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, everything. Potatoes, rice. You fixing something, it's gonna be a stew with rice. And that's Louisiana. Catch. It's a lifestyle to eat healthy. Now, I'm not saying you can't have all the things that you might want to enjoy. You just can't have them in surplus, not in excess. I can have, my gumbo that is seasoned very well with all the spices and herbs and everything else under the sun that my mama taught me how to make. But I can't have gumbo every day,
Right.
every single day. Not unless I want to clog my arteries. Not unless I want my blood pressure to go up. You can incorporate little things for healthy living, healthy lifestyle, healthy eating, just little things. It doesn't have to be a lot. I'll use this example in fast food. If you're going to fast food, Chick-fil-A is one of my favorite restaurants. Instead of getting waffle fries, the fruit, it's an easy switch out.
Yeah.
And it's knowing how to make those adjustments in everyday situation. So where you can still enjoy the food that you're taking in, but still be on the healthier side. So we're not out here having to just, eat all of just salad 24/7. By the time I
Turn into a rabbit.
Salad, it's not healthy. So just make adjustments where you can. You don't have to do it all at once. You can make little adjustments day by day. Drink more water instead of, watch the amount of water that you're taking in. And when you're having that meal, instead of that soda, maybe it's a water with it. So you've had your coffee at breakfast, and at lunch, make it water, and then at dinner, you can have something else. Drink your water throughout the day. Put fruit in your water. It makes it taste better. I hate the taste of water. Y'all, I promise y'all, I'm a medical professional. I love y'all. I don't like to do half of the things I tell people to do. I'm just gonna be honest. I will sit here and tell the truth. I don't like to drink water. I work in a urology clinic. And God is funny like that. I'm in a place where people are literally talking about how many glasses of water did you drink today? Let me go ahead on over here and grab this bottle and take it with me as we're all at lunch and everybody has their water bottle and I don't. So drink your water. Your body is made up mostly of water. It needs it. You need the hydration. And it fuels your cells. Limit your caffeine. If you're anything like me, that was a hard one. I have 1 cup of coffee a day. And it's really hard for me because I get really sleepy from time to time because of all the things that I do. Single mom, got that one back there who's knocked out, by the way, who is in sports. So Thursday night, I was at school early, at work early on Thursday, and then at his school, wait till Thursday night with track and field. You have those days and you just want to be like, okay, I need the caffeine for the energy, but watch that amount of caffeine that you're taking in. It affects your heart. It'll make your heart beat more than what it's supposed to. And speaking of that, energy drinks, they're not your friend. I just read an article recently where a teenager was drinking Alani more than she should have and put herself into cardiac arrest. Wow. She died because she was drinking energy drinks to keep going. She was a cheerleader student, very active at her school. And we put all this pressure on ourselves. Yeah. When there's sometimes we just need to let some things go. So instead of supplementing with the energy drink, instead of supplementing with the energy drink, try to assess what you can let go of so that you can get more of the rest that you need. It's a hard thing to do. It's a hard thing to lay everything out and say, okay, I just absolutely have to drop this thing. But it's a necessary thing to do. Because when you overwhelm yourself, you're affecting yourself both physically and mentally. Now, mental health. So addressing mental health issues helps you to address your physical issues. There are some times that people do not have a physical issue at all until they have gone through something mental.
Mhm.
There are times when people are experiencing regret and experiencing unforgiveness, and they are holding all those things in their body and start to begin experiencing inflammation, pain in their joints,
Yeah.
holding on to things that you're not supposed to hold on to can and will affect your body in ways that you don't want it to. God was very strategic when he made this vessel.
Yeah.
Very, very strategic. He put every cell where it belonged. He made everything designed to work in a certain manner and in a certain order. So why are we stepping out of order? It's a good, I mean, and it's a question you have to ask yourself. Why do I feel this? Am I really going through this physically? You go to the doctor and they can't find anything, but you're still feeling something. Because spiritually, you have become out of order, and now it's affecting you physically. First Corinthians 6:19, do you not know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit who is within you, who you have received as a gift from God, and that you are not on your own, that you are not your own property. This that I'm standing in is a gift. It's not mine. How dare I treat the gift that was given to me like a rag?
That's true.
How dare I? And that's I'm talking to me too. How dare I? Because we don't think about the fact that this gift can be gone very quickly. Tomorrow's not promised. He can take it from you at any point that he wants to. It's his. And we should treat it as such. Choosing to live healthy is choosing to be free from bondage. When you make a choice to take care of your temple, you are making a choice to be free from disease. You're making a choice to be free from the bondage of having a caretaker or the bondage of having to go to the doctor more than just that once a year checkup. You are choosing to live a life where you can be productive, where you can be free to do other things and not be bound to a medication schedule, not be bound to several appointments, which eventually start to affect you financially, right? Living healthy is making choices that allow you to live free in every other area. Now, there are some things that will happen and can happen that are out of our control, but when we choose to take care of the vessel that God has given us, He honors that. He absolutely does honor that. There's bondage in chronic diseases. There's bondage in medications. Now, I'm a pharmacist. I dispense medicines all day long. You do what you have to do until God does what he does. That's how I look at medications. You do what you have to do in the natural until God handles what he does this with it. James 2:26 says, just as the body is dead without breath, so also faith is dead without good works. You take care of that vessel like it is healed. Do all the things that you need to do to take care of this vessel. That's where your faith matches up with the works. Galatians 5:1. So Christ has truly set us free. Now make sure that you stay free and don't get tied up again in slavery to the law. So, are you free? Are you mentally free? Are you physically free? Are you bound to anything? I urge you to reconsider what you're bound to and give it up once and for all. I don't need to know what that thing is. He does. You need to tell it to him, even though he already knows. He needs to hear you say it. So when you have your moment with God, take that moment and confess it all. The stuff that you have agreed to, the things that, the diagnoses that you have said, you know, I have, and you've taken it as your own. Repent. Give it back. And allow God to heal you. Because he will. He is Jehovah Rapha. He will heal you in a way that you never could imagine. But you have to take that step.